Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Behind the Reality TV show brought to you by UrbanPop Radio. This is where we get to have in-depth conversations about industry, politics, governance, entertainment, culture, and what have you. And on today's episode, I won't be doing it alone. I have with me the beautiful and elegant Tomiwa.
Hi guys, you're welcome back to another episode of Behind the Reality. My name is Tomiwa and today's episode promises to be splendid as always. So relax and enjoy.
Thank you, Tomiwa, for that. On today's episode, we'll be having a fashion enthusiast, a model, and an entrepreneur. Trust me, guys, you don't want to miss any second of this. So stay tuned, and we'll be having our guest in the studio very soon. So on today's episode, we have in the studio here an entrepreneur, an athlete, and a model. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy is a 6 feet 8 inches model. Hear it again, 6 feet 8 inches. They are very rare in this world. He's also a top model for Mr. Ideal Nigeria, the face of Jamas Clothing, and the CEO of Niyot Iron and Metal Constructions. Ladies and gentlemen, join me as I welcome Mr. Salaudeen Oluwatoyin, aka Tallest. I had to put that aka, you know. So how you doing, Mr. Salaudeen?
I'm doing just fine.
Nice having you in the studio. I'm doing good. Nice to have you in the studio with us today. All right, so let's get into it quickly. Entrepreneur's mind, athlete's body, artist's soul. Let's know, who is Mr. Salaudeen Oluwatoyin?
Salaudeen is the man with the athlete body, the soul of an artist. Salaudeen Oluwatoyin, popularly known as Tallest, as you mentioned. This name is not a name I gave to myself. People gave it to me,
of course,
from strangers, and so then I had no other choice than to embrace this beautiful name given to me by nature. I'm an entrepreneur. I sell gates and iron doors. I'm a contractor. I run a construction company also. Yeah, I'm also a fashion model.
Of course. All right. So I would like to ask, how did you get started in modeling? You know, when we see guys of this height, me in question, I have a cousin that is 6'6". He chose basketball. So why was it modeling instead of basketball or anything else?
This is a story I haven't shared with a lot of people. I'm good at basketball. I trained. I started training while I was in secondary school. 2013, I was trained by Coach Steve. He's late now. He's a coach at Kwara State Stadium. So I trained for like 3 years, and then after investing a lot of time, a lot of effort, my resources, so I felt like I'm not getting back as much as I'm investing into it. There are not too much opportunities for male basketballers in this country. I'm sorry to say, it is quite open. The opportunities are quite open to females over the male. So how I got into modeling, so I came to think of it that what else can I do with this height? So I went back to my base. Right from my tender age, while I was small, fashion is something that I love to do. It's a big part of me. I love fashion a whole lot. I love fashion, so that was what led me to trying to become a model.
Okay. So let me now ask, your whole journey, what would you say modeling has been like for you personally? How's the whole journey been of modeling? When I was doing my research, I saw that you started around 2023. That was when you took your first Polaroid. So what was the inspiration like? Who was that person that Tallest was trying to like emulate or be?
So till now, I do not have a specific person I want to be like in the industry. I'm still like trying to figure it out, because one has to have a role model. So after I thought of venturing into modeling. I've never been into it before. I have zero trainings. So before you can venture into it, you have to like involve yourself in a modeling agency. So I grew up here in Kwara State. Ever since I've been here, I do not know any modeling agency in the city that is doing too well. But I know some few guys around me. I know a lady. Her name is Vicky Posh. So I used to see her content online. She's based here in Kwara. Then I reached out to her, explained myself and what I wanted. Then her response was she does not do male modeling. Then she referred me to my mentor. He's a stylist and also a model. His name is Farouk. He has been a great guy. So Vicky Posh linked me up with Farouk, and eventually I met Farouk, and he was a nice guy. He's full of talent. He wants others to grow, so he hided nothing from me. So he showed me how it's done. He taught me how to catwalk. He gave me a lot of poses. So then I started improving myself gradually, just like that.
All right.
Beautiful. So I would say you are a go-getter, right?
Of course I am.
I mean, you went to this and this. Yeah, so what will you say is your most memorable experience during modeling, your campaigns and all that? Something that stood out for you?
During my campaign, while the competition was going on, there were a lot of taxis to do. So we were told to come up with a fan-based name. So without hesitation, I know no, it is tallest. So this is one of the fun things that I really find fun during the contest.
So any hobbies at all? Maybe something you love, interests apart from
fashion and
modeling?
My work. I would say I enjoy singing. I enjoy singing. I've been part of my church choir ever since I was a kid. So I play some few instruments like the keyboard, the set drum. So these are the stuff that I do when I'm less busy. These are some of my hobbies. I play basketball too, not professionally, but I play for fun. Yeah, these are the things I do. I sing karaoke. I love it.
Yeah, I saw you posted karaoke on your Instagram page. That's true. All right. So first of all, shout outs to Vicky Posh, because I also noticed she has been a huge support to you. She's always engaging your posts and everything. Thank you, Vicky Posh, and also shout out to Farouk. But when someone is putting you through the ropes here, they get to like share their experiences with you. But you as a person coming into the industry as a first timer, there are also some challenges that you get to face on your own that you have to deal with by yourself. So what are some of the biggest challenges you have faced as a model so far?
So first of all, modeling is not a business you invest in and get the dividend and return immediately.
That's
so although I'm lucky to have what I do, like I said, I'm a contractor. So I invest most of my money made from construction work. I invest it in getting outfits, paying the crew, cameraman, photographers, the stylists and all of that. So I think that these are one of the major problems I faced, or any other aspiring model would face in their journey. Secondly, here in Kwara State, opportunities for fashion models are quite scarce. If you present yourself as a fashion model, the mentality here is you don't have a work, you don't have a job. That is the reality of it. So I faced those challenges also. I've been called to shows to come and work for 15,000-20,000 naira, which is not even.
It's not even
exactly
something to take home.
You get me. So these are one of the major challenges I've faced.
Okay, so Mr. Salaudeen, I would like to chip this in. There's this stereotype about fashion, those in fashion industry. People would say some of them are queer, some of them are gay, and all that. So we would like to shed more light into that for us, please. At least enlighten some people out there, because I feel like this is something that is stopping some people into pushing forward and trying to get what they want. So please.
I think I get and I understand your question very well.
Yeah.
Well, it's not. Your question is why do people see models in that perspective?
Yes.
I don't think they see models in that perspective. They see just pageantry in that perspective. I knew nothing about pageantry. I knew nothing about Mr. Ideal Nigeria. I knew nothing about them, but I was scouted online. So it took me weeks to even get to see their message. So after getting the messages, I went online, made research. What's pageantry about? Saw that I have to be almost naked in my undies. So, but then like I said, fashion model is what I have passion for, regardless of what any other person thinks or says about where I'm making a living and chasing a career. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what they say about it. But then it's not the way the public see it. I am not gay. I can never be gay.
That's very affirmative.
Okay, so now that you have said it, we can say there's a woman in your life, right?
Presently, I'm single.
You are single and searching.
You are single.
Yes, I'm single. Presently, I'm not searching. I'm focused on my career.
I just focused on the bag. Focused on the bag. Straight focus. All right. So now with the inroad you have made in modeling so far, I would like to ask, how do you handle the pressure and scrutiny that comes from being a model? Now, there's obviously now, after Mr. Ideal Nigeria, there's a before and there's an after. There are some places that you'd go to before and you would enter, maybe people would just notice the heights and just like look past, but now people know that this guy is an official model. Obviously, with the fact that you made the top 18 of Mr. Ideal at first trial, I mean, that is very, very huge. So how have you been able to handle the fame, the pressure, the scrutiny, family, friends, and even social media too?
I'm a very humble person. I am cultured. I'm very cultured. Being a public figure, I believe it's a good thing to be a role model to others.
True.
And like I said, the few people who introduced me or who I met in the industry, at least they already built a profile for themselves. Regardless of the level between us, they accommodated me. So I'm willing to return the same energy back to the community and to the aspiring models in the industry. So life since after the competition has really been great. I feel like I'm living the life I've been dreaming of now, even if I'm yet to get to that point where I really want to take it to. Yes, it's been fun. I enjoy it.
Okay. So what are some of the most important things that you've learned about yourself and the fashion industry as a whole, that this was not something you had an idea of before joining?
The competition.
Even before the competition, during the whole phase.
I learned a whole lot. I've learned and unlearned. Yes, I've improved myself. I know my weak points now, and I'm working to improve it. So yes, I've learned a whole lot. Process.
Yeah, so talking about the competition now, obviously you started 2023, and I think the whole process of the competition started last year. So What was it like? You mentioned that it took a while before you even saw the message.
Okay.
As at when you were scouted, right?
Yeah.
So they were the ones that reached out to you first.
Exactly.
What was in that moment? What was the feeling? You know, you had said that you had tried basketball for 3 years and basketball seemed not to be paying those dividends. Now, what was that feeling of getting Mr. Ideal Nigeria? This is like the biggest male pageantry in the country right now. Texting you, reaching out to you first for something that you have not even spent 2 years in. What was that feeling like at that moment?
I was excited. And something came to my head instantly that yes, this is the right path for me, because I've tried a whole lot of things in life that I've not even mentioned here. So starting modeling late 2023 and then getting scouted by one of the biggest pageant show in Nigeria, I felt very excited about it. I felt very excited about it, and it's a huge opportunity for my career.
All right. So take us through now. When you're going for a photo shoot now, let me put this in 2 ways. Now, how do you prepare for a photo shoot? Number one. Then on a runway, how do you prepare for a runway? You know, when it comes to artists now, like musical artists, they say, okay, maybe they try to enter that mental space. For you as a model, what is it like? Is it that you pay more attention to your clothes for that day? Is it that you pay more attention on your workout routine? Do you do yoga? Do you drink a lot of water? What is it like preparing for, okay, I have a photo shoot with this brand, the process?
So basically, it's a lifestyle. It's definitely a lifestyle. It's something you do regularly. So regardless of whenever there's a shoot upcoming, regardless of whenever there's a runway I have to walk on. It's just it has to be a total part of you. I've been to the gym this morning before coming here, so it's just a normal lifestyle that I take on anytime.
So if I wake you up now that tallest more GQ is coming now like this, let's go and shoot.
As long as
active. I like that.
And that's beautiful. The fact that you don't have to put it in yourself like, okay, I think I'm going for this thing, I have to show up and all that. It's just inbuilt already.
It's embedded.
It's very beautiful. And I would like to ask, what are the things you are currently working on, like upcoming things in your career, be it your metal business, your construction business, or in modeling generally? What are the things that you are currently working on that we should look out for Mr. Salaudeen?
Thank you for that beautiful question.
You're welcome.
I find myself in 2 industries now, and I believe building both portfolio at the same time. For my construction company, I'm looking to enlarge my business. So modeling is also taking my time too. But people should expect me returning back to the mind of others and helping other aspiring models in the industry. I have a platform now, which is Mr. Ideal Nigeria. If I'm doing anything meaningful, they would support. So I have a lot to give back to the mind of people, like I said. So I only let the cat out of the bag here because of idea.
So you don't want to let us hear first that you got it here from UrbanPop. That was the first. Okay.
Some of the problems that I encountered, I do not want other aspiring models to go through such. So I'm looking to create a platform where aspiring models can showcase their talent, where local designers can work hand in hand with these aspiring models, and it's going to be a win-win situation
for both
parties, including the medias, because I have a platform.
Yes,
I have a big platform. One of the big one who is ready to help. So for those who know the worth of this platform, I believe when the time comes for me to put it out there, they grab the opportunity. I believe.
That is what will lead us to our last question. So, do you have any advice you want to give aspiring models things you want them to know so they don't make some mistakes, like probably the ones you made, or just something that they should know before coming into the fashion industry?
I do not think I've made any mistake in my journey.
That's beautiful.
I've met the right set of people to push me. Like you said, I started 2023. One thing I want to say is when I met the thought guy, his first word to me was, "Bro, you've got the looks more than me. If you make it first, it's a win for me. If I make it before you, it's a win for me." So to the aspiring models out there, I just want to tell you that if it's something you love, just keep doing it.
Sure.
You get there. Just keep showing up. You get there. You get there. You get there.
All right. So just one snide one. Who or which brand and which model are you really looking forward to working with now, Chim? What I mean by really looking forward to working with is, for where you're coming from now, we know Mr. Ideal was like a big opportunity for you.
Yes.
Getting in that room, being on that runway, being the face of Jamas clothing too. So who is that brand that you get to work with and you say, yes, Salaudeen, this is it? And who is that model that you get to work with and you say yes?
This question is like it's a true question. Because even before I met these people who put me through into modeling, even before I ventured into it, I've always wanted to work with Prada, work with Gucci. It's beyond just the national level. I want to work internationally. Yeah, this big brand we all know. I want to work with Axlux. Arte, all of these brands. And I know with consistency, being spontaneous with my craft, eventually or
get there.
Certainly I'll get there.
And we are all rooting for you from UrbanPop family. We are all rooting for you. All right, thank you very much. I hope.
All right, but before I go, I want to use this medium to appreciate the entire Kwara State as a whole.
Of course.
You all supported me during the contest, and it's a big thing and a big deal for me. Having people who I do not know vote for me. I mean, you guys are a part of my story, you are part of my career, and I'll never forget you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, UrbanPop, for accommodating me too.
You're welcome.
All right, so you heard it from the man himself. Thank you so much, Kwara State. I mean, you guys have been so supportive of his career. I mean, what he has done, it's absurd if you think about it. But with support, with the power of community, you can see that anything is achievable. Thank you so much, Salaudeen. Thank you for having us. Thank you for staying true with us. And behind the reality TV, you know how we do it here. As we said, in-depth analysis. Today is a fashion entertainer, is an enthusiast. Tomorrow it might be the governor himself. Who knows? So make sure to stay tuned. Thank you for coming through on this episode. Follow us on all our social media pages on Instagram, YouTube, IG, TikTok, and on Facebook too. Behind the Reality TV show on YouTube. Make sure to post, make sure to subscribe, and also push on your notification button. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on your next episode. I still remain your humble host, Icon Living,
and I remain Tomiwa.
See you guys on the next episode, and bye. Thank you very much.
Alright, everyone, it's Salaudeen here, Mr. Kwara, and I'm live here at UrbanPop Radio, the place where you get all of the gist happening in the city of Ilorin. We also have a space here where you can make your content, fashion content, whatever content you'd like to make. UrbanPop is the best place to be. Thank you guys.